So I guess I'm going to go in a little bit about this Austin Holloman situation. I'm definitely for the Passport Bros movement, definitely for the Red Pill movement, definitely for all of those manosphere and all everything out there on that type of thing. Ever since our brother Kevin Samuels, and even before, because there were brothers doing this before, it's just been a wake-up call on what's actually going on here in the States, and it's become a major conversation that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And I'm loving that. So, anyway. As far as Austin Holloman is concerned, I really don't get it. I don't really get the issue that's going on with Austin Holloman and how people can't see what's really going on here. Like, there's definitely an agenda that's being pushed. I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody in the dark with a black card budget, just found, a weak link in the chain, and they're just trying to attack. I'm not saying Austin Holloman is a weak link, because he's not a weak link by far. What I'm saying is they trying to manipulate and misconstrue what this young man is saying. Come on, this guy's like 22, 23 years old, and they're trying to make him the representative of the entire movement, off of just completely misconstruing his words and what he says. Like when he said that, Brazilian women are easy, people are trying to reform that. And in Brazil, the women that are following this narrative don't understand that when Austin Holloman said that the Brazilian women are easy, that was a short frame phrase for the women are easygoing. They're not as manipulative, they're not as vindictive, they're not as full of hatred as they are over here with this misandrous, feministic movement that's going on in the States. So, anybody with any kind of sense that has been watching his content would definitely understand that. He doesn't promote sex tourism or anything like that. And what blows my mind about this subject is that for years, I remember as a little boy hearing how women, black and white, would go to these different countries and these islands, the Caribbean and Jamaica, and go for and they boast and they would brag about how they are literally going there for sex tourism. And come back and brag about the size of the man's Johnson, and brag about the way he handled her in bed, and all of these things here. These women have been doing this for decades, and I don't understand how now it's such a problem that the men in America are doing it. I really do believe that there is some type of black budget behind this situation to push this agenda to demonize the whole Passport Bro situation, because I believe what they understand is that with the men leaving this country, that it's going to cause a problem with the economy. So I think that's all this is really about. Other than that, you just have a bunch of bitter, vindictive bitches who invited themselves into a conversation they were never invited to. A lot of the posts you see on TikTok and IG and these different social media platforms, these women, they go off and saying, we don't care what you're doing. Why do you have to publicize it? Nobody was talking to you. Nobody was talking to you in the first place. Like, it's almost like you don't even want brothers to tell other brothers about what's going on in these places. But again, you can boast and brag about your girls' trips and the cruises that you take to the Caribbeans and all of the sex tourism that you go about doing, and exploit these areas and these people and these men, and then come back home to your husbands and your boyfriends after going out being all types of promiscuous, all types of, just being all kind of ways of, promiscuity, whatever, you get what I'm saying. So, I don't really get it. And the men that are involved in these movements, nobody is promoting to go and spend money and sleep with women. Nobody's promoting that. These guys are actually talking about going to find meaningful relationships, while the women that bragged about going overseas and doing these things were literally bragging about their sexual interactions with these men. So to me, it's just really ridiculous on how this demonization of the passport bros has our brothers that are just going overseas to enjoy their life is going. I actually just find it absolutely ridiculous.